Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is your friend Cartman. Today I got some awesome replays to share with you guys from the clan capital. We had a really nice weekend, had a perfect raid, so that's what we got on deck, guys. Before we jump into the replays, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and go ahead and smash that like button for me. All right, guys, let's jump right over here to the clan capital. And as you can see, we had a pretty good raid weekend, 1,441 raid medals. Not too much loot, only about 700k, less than 200 total attacks. But we did have some nice defenses, and we were just hanging right in there in Champion 1. I did have 5 accounts over 29k, so very consistent in our attacks. And the replay we're going to be looking at right here is number 10, guys. We took it down in 17 attacks for the perfect raid. All right, guys, let's jump right into Golem Quarry. We took this district down in 2 hits. As you can see, our first hit, we're going to clear 76%, guys. We're going to start with a couple Hog Raiders down here at 6 o'clock to stun this blast bow. Use our lightning to take out those trash buildings. We got a Pekka working on the trash buildings here in the core with a Barbarian, another Hog Raider. Now we got our battle rams coming in to make sure we get these walls open up for our deployment area. Continue to sprinkle in these Hog Raiders along the way to protect this Pekka. We've got our graveyard spells working on the rocket artillery there in the back middle, between the rocket artillery and the blast bow in the core, and on the right hand side, blast bow is just out of screen up there at 12 o'clock. And we're just pushing through this base, guys, letting those skellies tank for our Pekka, keeping it alive. We've got the Hog Raiders coming in, stunning as many defenses as we can. We're going to stun this Crusher right here, get it taken out in the core. We've got the blast bow down at 12 o'clock. We've got a few more Hog Raiders coming in there to take down these multi-cannons and spear throwers. There's nothing to stop us from taking down the district hall in the core. Now, we didn't get the rocket artillery taken out here at like 10:30, so we're about to have some of our troops come up there to take that out. And at this point, guys, we have almost taken down this district in 1 hit. And I think that's something that I'm going to be trying to work on here in the future, is trying to 1-hit this district. It is possible, especially if you get this layout. And so we're going to try to take advantage of that in the future. But I'm not going to complain about 76% in this opening hit. We're going to speed it up because we're just going to beat through these walls at the top side, clear out those 2 clan houses. And you can see we really have nothing left of the base. We have less than 2,000 capital gold available. And so that was a beauty of a first hit here. And now at this point, I mean, it doesn't really matter what you want to bring in for your second hit. It is just a cleanup attack. I just kept the same army. Just going to throw our graveyard spells in here because you don't lose any bonus for your graveyard spells. You want to go ahead and try to stun this rocket artillery as soon as possible here. Clean up the trash on the bottom side. Weaken our defenses with the lightning. Get our Hog Raiders in here to stun the rocket artillery and the Crusher. And now just overwhelm the base as quickly as possible. We just want all these defenses to go down and maximize the bonus here, since we don't have very much capital gold to take from this raid. The max you can get right now is 750, so you want to try to get as close to 750 on your bonus as you can. Obviously, had a few troops here taken out, but still a pretty decent bonus. Should be, I would think, in the 600 range. Let's see. Yeah, just over 600, so not bad. All right, let's jump right into Skeleton Park. Again, another nice 2-hit, and we're again going with the Hog Raiders with the 1 Pekka. This army is just very consistent. It's assured of a 2-hit on so many of these districts with your good execution. I'm going to send in a couple Hog Raiders again to make sure we can stun this rocket artillery, get it taken out right away. We've got a hidden Tesla that pops up. We're going to stun that with some more Hog Raiders. Get a battle ram in here to open up this area so we can get this little clan house taken out with our skellies as we make this push on the left-hand side. And once we get that going, we're going to bring the Pekka in on the right with a battle ram to open up this wall compartment, a Hog Raider in here to assist, and then we've got our 2 graveyard spells here in the core around that district hall. There's a rocket artillery in there, a minion hive, and quite a bit of splash. So we want to get that taken out as quickly as possible. Now you can see we're moving in more Hog Raiders on the top side to get that area taken out. Our P.E.K.K.A is going to take care of that clan house, and then it should go back here toward the core, and that'll help us gut the center of the base. We've got another Hog Rider working up here at 12 o'clock to take out this Super Wizard Tower. We get it taken out. Now all of our troops are deployed, and you can see, guys, we are easily over halfway point here. We're going to be over 60% in this opener. We still have our P.E.K.K.A moving around the base. Our hogs are going to die out here around that giant cannon, but we're still going to be able to get a little bit of value out of our P.E.K.K.A. We're going to take out that hidden Tesla, and we got that Super Wizard Tower down, and the splash damage is going to be just enough, I think, to take out that reflector. And there we go, 65% on the opener. You always love openers like that in the clan capital. All right, guys, and now it's pretty much a cleanup. We only have 3,000 capital gold available. We got all 3 of our graveyard spells down. We have that giant cannon to worry about, and really that minion hive, and that is about it, guys. We're going to be able to stun these defenses pretty easily with our Hog Raiders. I'm going to wait for this P.E.K.K.A to come down here to tank for the giant cannon on the top side, and then we're going to bring in a Hog Raider to stun that, get that taken out, start working our way toward this minion hive, and it's pretty much a done deal at this point, guys. We have so many Hog Raiders. We can stun so many defenses. We have our P.E.K.K.A up. We have tons of skeletons. I mean, look at the skellies. They are everywhere, and they're coming to finish this base off. We don't need to deploy any more troops at this point. We're going to collect as much bonus here as we can, and it is another easy 2-hit triple. Yeah, boy. We'll take those all day. All right, guys. Next up is Balloon Lagoon, and you guessed it, I'm bringing in more Hog Raiders. This army is so devastatingly strong, and it's just so easy to 2-hit so many of these districts. Even if they are close to maxed out, you can so easily power through them. The P.E.K.K.A provides so much tanking. As you can see here, we're going to stun this rocket artillery, get it taken out. We've got our P.E.K.K.A coming in now, a battle ram to open up this compartment by the next rocket artillery. And you can see right here, we're hanging on to our graveyard spells. I don't want to place them yet. There's really no need. We can get through all of this without any graveyard assistance, and we can save that for the back end, which is going to really make this opening hit and our second one so much more powerful. Send in a few more Hog Raiders to get this trash down here at 12 o'clock taken out. Our P.E.K.K.A is doing nice work, guys. And now we can go ahead and place our graveyard spells around these rocket artilleries and around this single inferno. I did not put it around this first single inferno. I'm hoping I can stun that with my Hog Raiders. Unfortunately, that thing is locking on, I think, to my P.E.K.K.A and destroying it. But we got our Hog Raiders coming in now to work on stunning this single inferno and getting the first one taken out. And you can see on the backside, we have our graveyard spells working, distracting these defenses. That first single inferno does take a while to go down, but we do finally get it taken out. And you can see this raid is not, the opener is not going to clear 50%, guys. It's going to be less than we've been getting on these raids with the Hog Raiders. But even at that, well, I beg your pardon, it does get to 50%. I did not think it was going to get there, but it did. It did get over 50%. You can see we're really set up for our next attack. We have both the rocket artilleries taken down where those graveyard spells were. This single inferno, we're going to be able to perhaps get that taken out. It's going to be very close. It just hangs on. So we're at 55%, but there is not much left. That single inferno is no match for the graveyard spell, and we still have 3 more to place, guys. Not much splash left on this base at all. And so we're going to go ahead, get in our P.E.K.K.A, get in our battle rams, get in some Hog Raiders around that P.E.K.K.A to go to work in the core on that peninsula. Now we're going to bring in some troops from around 6 o'clock so we can start just really attacking from every direction on this base. We want to stun as many defenses as possible. And that way we just have an overwhelming wave coming through here, cleaning this base up and finishing it off. But I mean, really, look at all the skeletons. Once they start spawning, the skellies can almost finish off this base themselves. There's not much that can stop them. And it is going to be another nice and easy 2-hit triple. We don't even use all of our troops, which is pretty much the theme of this video so far. Swagging lots of troops. Alright guys, next up we got Builder's Workshop. And of course, if you know me on this map, I'm going to bring in Super Dragons if I can. And so that's what we're going to do here. We're going to use our 3 battle ramps to open up these wall compartments to make sure we can get this deployment zone opened up. Once those barbarians die off, we'll get our first graveyard spell placed. And now we'll start bringing in some of our rocket loons. Bringing about 3 packs right here to target several of these key defenses. Get our 4th rocket loon pack in, and now our super dragon in behind. Place our next graveyard spell, and now we have plenty of tanking established with the air skellies and these rocket loons, and this one super dragon is going to go to work. We got a minion horde working here in the core, taking out some of these trash buildings for our pathing so we can make our way to this top side. Once that air defense starts firing, we're going to send in 1 rocket loon right there to take it out. Now we're going to hold on to our next graveyard spell, or last graveyard spell, and just let this super dragon do a little bit of work up here. Once it does start getting targeted, we're going to try to protect it if we can, but we're going to place that graveyard spell on that blast blitz by itself. Send a rocket loon in on the spear thrower. It'll make its way over toward that blast bow. With that, we're going to get that blast bow taken out easily. Now we still have 2 super dragons left to deploy. We're already over 40%. We're going to get this blast bow taken out without an issue. And now, we maybe should have placed this super dragon toward the core, toward the district hall, since we had some tanking there. But I go ahead and place 1 to take out this square where that mega hidden Tesla pops. We're going to clear 50%, no problem. We have these 2 pretty healthy super dragons. 1 is full health. And we still have 1 to deploy. I deploy that one to go toward the district hall, but I should have done that earlier when I had the tanking. And that super dragon is going to get annihilated right there, guys. Now our 2 super dragons here are going to be able to get some nice roast value. Get a few key defenses taken out. They do go down rather quickly. We're going to speed this up because I just have a few air skellies coming in here to get a few more buildings down. We're going to clear 60%, and this attack is very, very strong. I probably could have used one of those super dragons a little better. Probably got closer to 70%, but we will take 62% on the first stage every time, guys. And now it's a matter of finishing off this district. We have a little over 4,000 capital gold available, so not bad loot. We got our graveyard spell on this blast bow. Spread out a few of our rocket loons. We got our next 2 graveyard here down in the core around 430. We send in our rocket loons there along with the super dragon to get through these defenses very easily. Now we do have a couple air defenses and a couple rapid rockets left. But look at all these air skeletons coming across the map. I mean, there's going to be no answer. We still have rocket loons coming in to take out some of these defenses. We have 3 super dragons up, more air skellies popping all the time. And that 1 air defense that is left is not going to be any match, guys. And that is a nice and easy 2-hit triple. Gotta love using the super dragon. Such a fun troop to use. And I really enjoy roasting all of these defenses. All right, boys, next up we've got Wizard Valley. And again, it's another nice and easy 2-hit triple. We've got 2 single infernos here in the core of this base. We don't have much on the outside of this peninsula, just a lot of trash buildings. So we're going to try to get that cleared out with some barbarians to start with. Get our graveyard spells down here in the core around this single inferno, around some of the splash. And now we're just going to start bringing in our Hog Raiders. Get our battle rams coming in, our P.E.K.K.A. in behind that. Once we have plenty of tanking, hopefully our P.E.K.K.A. is going to be able to do some nice work in the core, continuing to try to stun these defenses in the middle, but the pathing is a little strange for the Hog Raiders. We've gotten the 1 glider kind of going into the core on some of these. Some of our hogs just traveling around the outside and just getting mown down. So that's not really the best case scenario there. But we are getting through the core. We're going to get that single Inferno taken down, get a couple of these super wizard towers down. And now we're making our way. We have a nice push of Hog Raiders still alive, so we're going to get quite a few more defenses down here. We do have our P.E.K.K.A still doing work in the core as well. And we really want to make our way to this next single Inferno and getting that taken out. Those can just be a nuisance for my P.E.K.K.A as we push through the core. The P.E.K.K.A goes down, but it is able to take out the District Hall with its splash damage. 49%, not bad. Again, we're going to try to overwhelm what is left of this base here. Going to get a couple barbarians down here on these clan houses, take that out. Use one of our graveyard spells on that lone single Inferno that's up toward 12 o'clock and get a battle ram coming in there to open up that wall compartment so the skellies can, after they take that out, can start doing some work around the base. We've got Hog Raiders coming in to stun all these defenses here in the core. We want to get as many of these down as we can. You can see right now we're just stunning so many now it's going to be like a wave. And it's just overwhelmed. We have ground skellies popping everywhere. We still have that nuisance of a single Inferno hanging in there. We got our P.E.K.K.A working up on that side. We're going to use a Hog Raider now to stun that. We'll get that single Inferno down and just look at how many troops we have up, guys. We have tons of hogs going around the space. We have that one hidden Tesla in the left-hand corner at 9 o'clock. That's not going to be an issue. Even though they do have some traps, we're going to be able to stun it with a glider that's still flying around. The P.E.K.K.A is working in the core. We have skeletons and hogs cleaning up everything. And it's another nice and easy two-hit triple. That one was really just brute strength. There was nothing fancy about that. But you can see just how strong the army is. You can use it on so many districts, guys. All right, guys, next up we've got Dragon Cliffs. And again, it's going to be a nice two-hit triple. Now, on this one right here, they did have some level 1 dragon posts. If you run into a district with level 1 dragon posts, you need to take advantage. With 4 lightning, you can take out 2 dragon posts. So we're going 2 times because we don't want to sit here and watch sneaky archers all day. But I'm going to use the archers to snipe out the 2 dragon posts on the left and the one on the right. And now we're going to push our troops in toward this blast bow in the core. And that's where we're going to put our rage. And that's where I want to lure all of these super dragons to. So we're going to zap out those 2 super dragon posts at the top side. So now I have 4 super dragons free. I want those all to go toward the rage. We've already taken out the blast bow. And now we're going to concentrate on taking out these super dragons. And now we've already gotten 1 taken out, 2 taken out now. We've got the other 2 that need to come in here and kind of funnel toward this rage spell so we can get those taken out. We've got the single Inferno down, and those super dragons are just slowly making their way toward this rage area. Now I've got a battle ram down here to trying to lure these super dragons over the rage. It works for a little bit, except my barbarians keep going. So now I've gotten these super dragons. They're kind of running around everywhere right now. So we're going to work on trying to get them back up toward the rage right now. We still have quite a few troops left, so we can lure them up here, get our sneaky archers down. We get both of those super dragons taken out. We get this next single Inferno. And so we have taken out 4 of the super dragons already. Even though it's only 37%, we've taken down the main defenses. We do have 2 left. And I'm going to use my lightning spells right here to take out both of these posts. I'm going to place a super giant down here to try to lure the super dragons toward the rage. So we got the first one over the rage. We're going to place a group of sneaky archers. We're going to get that super dragon taken out. Well, almost taken out. It's still alive, but they're just a little too fast for my sneaky archers. So now we're going to have to lure the super dragons back to the rage. So luckily I do have one more giant in here that I am going to need. So we're going to place that giant now. He's going to go through the rage, go to the spear thrower, get our sneaky archers in here, and finally get these super dragons taken out. And once the super dragon goes down, this base is going to be free for the taking, guys. We have Hog Raiders. There's not that many defenses left at this point. Now it's just a matter of time getting everything cleaned up. I do place a pack of sneaky archers to start working on a few of these defenses on the right-hand side. And now I have a ton of Hog Raiders here coming in on the left-hand side to take out these buildings, push through this Super Wizard Tower. Then they'll make their way to the Super Wizard Tower on the right. So I'm going to place my heal spell there because they've went through 2 Super Wizard Towers for the splash damage. That way they'll be topped off to go through the rest of the base. I have a couple more Hog Raiders, and so I'm going to use those here on the right-hand side. 1 on the bomb tower and 2 more here on the far right-hand side to get these defenses taken out. I do have some sneaky archers moving around the base, cleaning up trash that they can reach. Right now, it's just about the Hog Raiders taking out the defenses and then getting the rest of the way around the base to clean up. Obviously, if the sneaky archers were left to clean up, we would probably time fail because of these walls. But luckily, these Hog Raiders are quick and they can just jump over all these walls, clean up all the trash. And it's a nice 2-hit triple. Anytime you get a 2-hit on Dragon Cliffs, it is a great feeling, guys. And this way is just a little easier to me with these sneaky archers. I can control it a little easier, and it just seems less risky to me than some of the other attack strategies. All right, guys, next up we've got Barbarian Camp. And of course, that's another 2-hit triple, guys. And this time we're just going in with the Hog Raiders. They have been so good this entire raid. So I'm not going to really mix things up much. We've got a few barbarians coming in here to take care of these trash buildings, the army camps. We just want to open up this whole area. Now we do have these super giants here on the right-hand side. So I'm going to send my P.E.K.K.A. in right there to make sure I get these super giants taken out. The P.E.K.K.A. will clear out the rest of the buildings there on the right-hand side and provide some tanking here in a minute for some of my Hog Raiders. We got our graveyard spells, 1 on the giant cannon and 1 on each of the rocket artilleries. Now we're going to start bringing in our Hog Raiders along this line of defenses, trying to stun as many as we can, push our way in there. We've got the graveyard spells distracting. And I want to try to get through this first row of defenses. We have several mega hidden Teslas popping, but I want to make sure we get this first rocket artillery taken out. I feel like that is a very big key. We are getting several of the mega hidden Teslas taken out. The P.E.K.K.A. takes out 1 on the right-hand side. We do get that first rocket artillery taken out. And so we've gotten some really nice value. We're going to send our Hog Raiders that are left here into the core, trying just to take out a couple more defenses. And you can see we've cracked 40%. We still have that giant cannon in the back and that rocket artillery. We still have a mega hidden Tesla back there. But we did take out quite a few key defenses right there, guys. And I think it's going to set up really nice for our second hit. So on this one, we're going to do a little different. I'm going to use my 3 graveyard spells on the right-hand side of this district that's left. And then we're going to make our push with our troops on the left-hand side. So I'm going to spread out the graveyard spells on the right-hand side. And we're going to go ahead and open up this wall and start pushing through. We'll open up several of these walls with our battle rams that we do have. But we're going to push with most of our troops here on the left-hand side. Do start with a Hog Raider on the right to assist some of these ground skellies as they start popping. But we've got the P.E.K.K.A. now coming in on the left-hand side. We're going to start bringing in our Hog Raiders over there to start assisting the P.E.K.K.A. to take out these defense, especially the ones in this little area that it can't get to. And we're just going to count on these graveyard spells to take down the giant cannon and the rocket artillery. Once they get those down, we're going to be able to push our way through the rest of the base behind those ground skellies. So we're going to come in here, help with the giant cannon just a little bit, get it taken out. We have tons of hogs up there on the top side right now. We have tons of skeletons in the core working, and we are just going to crush this base, guys. We have tons of troops left. It was never in doubt. Another nice and easy 2-hit triple. And these Hog Raiders are just so powerful, guys. They really make the 2 hits just happen so often right now in Clan Capital. Yeah, boy. Take another one.